Look how amazing this looks. Today I'm gonna show you how to make homemade churros with just one ingredient and then also this chocolate. Hello, sweet tooths. Today we're going to make classic churros. If you want to learn how to make homemade churros at home, today is your day. And also they say you only need one ingredient, wheat flour, the regular all-purpose flour we've always used. Do you want to add anything else? Well, yes, it could use a good punch of salt to bring out the flavors, and of course, water. With that, the dough is ready. Now I'll tell you how I prepare it. The first thing I do is add a glass of water, which is a little more than a cup. It's 220 milliliters, which is equal to 1 cup and 2 tablespoons. Also, it's up to your taste. I recommend half a teaspoon, but add as much as you want. We also add flour, but that's later, because right now what we need to do is stir until the salt dissolves. And when the water is hot, but before it starts to boil, that's when we add the flour. 1 cup of wheat flour, regular all-purpose flour, nothing with any strange additives. And what we do now is simply, right here while it's hot, mix it and stir it like this, quickly, without stopping. Simply so that everything mixes into a fairly thick kind of dough, see? Perfect? We're going to put this dough into a churro maker or a piping bag. You can wait a few moments, but do it while the dough is still warm. That's the key. The warmer it is, the easier it is to handle. You can use a churro maker if you have one, and if not, as you can see, I just use a piping bag directly. With a large star tip, there you have it. You just have to move like this, twisting so the dough goes toward the tip. And then, on a plate, a silicone mat, parchment paper, whatever you prefer, shape the churros you're going to use. I'm going to make them thick. What do you think? And will I get more or less of them? 12 for each cup of flour we use. It's that easy, one after another. If you notice, I'm wearing gloves because the dough is still hot, and that way I don't burn my hands. Tricks, exploit, and remember them. Go on, the final one. Now, we put a pan with plenty of oil, in my case sunflower oil, and we wait until it's really hot. I have the heat set to medium high, and I wait until when I put something wooden in the center, little bubbles come out. Did you just see the test? Does that mean it's hot? So now it's time to add the churros, since they won't all fit. From one batch, I add a few and keep an eye on how they're browning. Meanwhile, I grab a large plate and put at least 3 paper towels or absorbent papers on it because that's where I'll be placing these churros. Another important detail is to remember to turn them from time to time and move them around so they brown evenly on all sides. So remember, from time to time, give them a little turn. It's as simple as that, just wait. Until they're golden and perfect. Look how these shine, they look amazing. Next trick to make them crispy is to drain the oil well, so remember to drain them really well and then place them on that plate with kitchen or absorbent paper, one after another, same operation, drain and place, drain and place. Also, this absorbent or kitchen paper will soak up any excess oil they have, so they end up drier and crispier. You already know the rest. Add the rest of the churros to this pan with the oil, nice and hot. What we'll do is keep adding and simply stirring just like we did before. As you can see, you can make several at once without any problem. Just remember that you have to keep stirring them. And before taking them out, drain them well so they don't end up greasy. Then onto the paper towel, one after another, one after another, one after another, and you'll have your plate with your dozen churros ready. For what? Well, to enjoy, and for that, what could be better than sprinkling with sugar to your personal taste? How good does this look? Here you catch me with this little plate of churros that, as you can see, are made in no time and couldn't be any cheaper. With a glass of flour, some 12 churros, looking like this. And with all the tricks I've told you, always this crunchy and delicious. A recipe that never fails and that everyone likes. But I'm not going to leave you just like that, nothing more. Churros are delicious and go with everything, but with good chocolate. So I'm going to quickly tell you how to make the best chocolate I've ever made, ever. Pay attention because you're going to love today's super chocolate. We make it really easy. In a saucepan over medium-high heat, we add 4 cups of milk, about 800 milliliters. Also add 1 cup of heavy cream, whipping cream, double cream, or chantilly, whatever you call it. And a tablespoon of vanilla essence, extract, or flavoring, which goes perfectly with it. Also, 1/3 cup of sugar, about 70 grams. All of this, I'm telling you, goes in the pot over medium-high heat. We're going to stir it a bit so it dissolves, and then we wait for it to heat up. Once it's warm, we add 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder, which is about 30 grams. And we're going to stir it while it dissolves. After a few minutes, it will get a bit thicker and will be completely dissolved. It's starting to look amazing. As soon as it cools down a bit, it will get even thicker. So once it's smooth and looks like this, you can take it off the heat and serve it. Because you'll have an amazing chocolate with a super special touch, even better than any you've had before. You'll see, just look at it. Wow, it's perfect for dipping a churro or anything else delicious. Today I've shown you 2 things, how to make the easiest and most delicious churros and the chocolate. The most delicious chocolate as well to go with them, perfect for dipping. Don't tell me you don't feel like grabbing a churro and doing this simple move. Here I go. Look at how it looks. Time to enjoy the... Did you see how the chocolate turned out? And the churros too? All I have left to say is, if you've ever eaten churros, tell me down below in the comments where you've been, the place where you've had the most delicious churros. I'm sure we'll discover a lot of places together. And also, just a reminder that I have a ton of recipes on the channel so you can enjoy them. And if you want even more, my Savory Recipes channel is called Saladalandia. Long live churros!